So, Taurus, the overall energy of your reading, you've been in this deep state of healing, right down to your bare bones, remembering what it is you want, what you don't want. This is very spiritual. It's a card for Aquarius. Aquarius might be strong in your chart or in someone else's around this reading. So, the star surrounds your entire reading. Up here in your highest energy is Temperance. This is the card for Sagittarius. Sagittarius might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But the energy, your guardian angels and spirit guides are here. They're all over, and they're mixing that potion back and forth, back and forth. And what their job is to do is to help you get tempered, temperance, to help you be patient, to help you be grounded, so that you can make informed and enlightened decisions when it comes time to make those decisions. They need you balanced. You have 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the land. They need both your feet on the ground. So, your guardian angels and spirit guides are here. You've been doing some really deep healing spiritually. Two very spiritual cards right off the bat. So, Taurus, looks like there's going to be some communication. I do have the Eight of Wands. This is texting, emails, phone calls, video chat, something like that. But it's back and forth. And it's like saying, just be patient. Communication is coming in. And when it does, ask the truth. Ask for the clarity. I think this is going to be an honest and truthful and open conversation that comes through. With the Ace of Swords up here next to the Eight of Wands. Under the Temperance card is Justice. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or in their chart or around this reading. But justice is like self-justice. You put your sword up in self-protection. You're getting rebalanced with all this healing that you're doing and all the help from your guardian angels and spirit guides. So you're getting back into a good place in your life. And you want to stay that way. On the other hand, on the other side of the star card here, and all this healing that you're doing, all this truthful conversation, it's from whoever you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for someone. There's 3 ships out there. 1, 2, 3. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, and you're waiting for them to return. You're hoping that they are on a ship and they will return to you. Well, I feel like you're at least right now having the conversation. And then under the Justice card, and you're going to kind of keep your sword up about this, but there's an offer coming in. And this is a sincere love offer. Look, there's nothing in that cup. That cup can hold lots of love. So I do think that they're returning. I think that you'll be kind of on guard. I think you're not going to let them throw you off balance this time because, there's a lot of clear conversation that needs to happen here for you to accept that cup, but they're coming back, and they're coming back in. Will they return? Yes. I have the Emperor right on the other side of the Knight of Cups, and under the Star card, this is the card for Aries. So Aries might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading, but I feel like this is you holding true to yourself, staying on your throne, being strong. You're very well liked and respected by others, and I feel like they're coming to you, and they're going to try to get you to not be so rigid, to give them another chance. Okay, so they're going to want another chance. You're going to keep your sword up though, and you're going to seek the answers that you need in order to give them another chance. And I have the Ten of Swords right next to the Emperor. And it's also right below the Three of Wands. And this tells me that the end of all the pain, the end of all the not knowing all the truth and all the clarity of what was going on, it's all coming to an end. This is a good card. It's a lot better than what it looks. So the end is coming. I think you're going to accept that cup. Let's take out the second half of this reading for you, Taurus. Will your love return to you? So far, I see them coming back in. So far, I see that you've been hoping and waiting. to see if they come back in. But there is still some talking to do. Okay, Taurus, I have the Three of Pentacles next to the Ace of Swords. Now, as you can see, this is a black card. This is why this relationship did not become grounded, is there was a third energy around this reading. Either in yours energy or theirs, but this is what kind of stalled everything, kind of stopped everything in motion. I mean, this could be anything from an addiction to a person to, you know, just a mother-in-law, a meddling person, a friend. But there was an energy that was interfering in this relationship. So you had to pull back your love. I got the King of Cups here. So you had to pull it back, and you had a huge cup. You still do for this person, because you really do want them to come back. You want them to come back without this other energy. So this is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. The King of Cups, you know, all cards are male or female. There you are. I mean, you still got that cup of love, but you're holding it close. And what you'd really like to do is hand it out. So there's the Ace of Cups. This is actually handing it out. I think what the cards are saying here is you are going to hand it out. Let's keep reading. I have the Six of Cups under the Three of Pentacles and next to the Three of Wands, waiting for your soulmate. Waiting. This is a soulmate card. I've got to point that out. You might have known them since childhood or college years or even as babies. But the thing is, you have known them from other lifetimes. They are definitely a soulmate, and they're coming back with a sweet offer, okay? There's a flower in that cup. So they're sincere when they come back in, and you're hoping. This is what you've been hoping for. And there's only two people. Look, it's right under the Three of Pentacles. So the third energy seems to be gone. So they're coming in. This is what you've been waiting for, your ship to come in. That can be grounded. You've been waiting to hand out this cup of love to them. And it's going to happen. And here they come. It's like they just show up. Male or female, Knight of Wands. They just kind of fly back in. And you're like, hey, let's give this another chance. You know, I've really been doing some thinking, and it's like they want to change their ways. That's what I get. They want to change their ways. They want to settle down. They want to be more reliable. And, you know, they just want to kind of, you know, slow down a bit and try to start something with you and sincerely with you. I have the Ace of Wands under the Six of Cups and next to the Ten of Swords. This is that fresh start, new beginning they're offering. That wand is just blossoming. So this is what they're offering, the Ace of Wands. They're sincere. They're also offering, this is what you were waiting for before that never did happen because of that interfering party, is the Ten of Pentacles. So they can offer this Ten of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if they're going to rush right in and say, hey, let's get married, or ask for a commitment right away, but they definitely are thinking about, you know, commitment when they come back in. Extended family, pets, a child. This is security, stability, union between two people, commitment. Yeah. So they come back in and they want to see if they can really make this work. They're afraid. They're afraid about coming in. They don't think you're going to accept that cup of love because, but you are. You are. That's holding them back right now. So this waiting that's going on is they're feeling like you're not going to accept them to come back in, but they will gather up the courage to come back in. And it's like they get up the nerve and they just fly in. So I'm going to take one card here from the Arcanum deck as a clarifying card. And it's going to land between the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles for our Taurus people. What else do they need to know? Let's just clarify this reading. If the card flies out, that's the card. If not, I will draw one. One more shuffle. Okay, we're going to draw a card. It's right here. It's the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is confusion. Yeah, this is what you need to talk about. You're confused. So it goes right between these two cards. So let me show you that. The Seven of Cups is about confusion and love. This is what needs to be talked about. You're confused about what was going on here. What was influencing them? You need that truthful and honest conversation in order to understand that they are sincere about offering this cup of love when they come in as a Knight of Cups. So, this is your reading, Taurus. Yes, they're coming back in. I do think you're going to move ahead together because you are going to have this honest conversation, and they do look very sincere. Even though you're being strong, even though you're like, you probably will not grab that cup right off the bat, but you still love them. And you really do want this to work out. So it all depends on what you hear, but I think you're going to hear what you need to hear. And I do see that they are sincere in starting a fresh start and a new beginning. So Taurus, this is your reading. Thank you for watching.